In real estate, you'd be looking at 12 months probably, right?
Yeah.
When you acquire a place, you're looking to turn it over, refurb it, move into it, Airbnb it,
Yeah.
move it on, or move into it, you know? So to me, real estate is flatlined. I think it's peaked.
Mhm. Mhm.
So at this point in my career, I'm out of real estate. I'm completely flat on real estate, but I'm still bullish gold and silver, even though they're peaking. They may go a little bit higher, but they're peaking. However, the equity markets are always available. So my goal in an equity market is simply on a daily basis because every day it makes significant moves that with a $6 million account, you can very easily earn $10,000 per day.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Hugh Edmonds, and I am excited to be here today. I'm excited about my guest. I love his approach. I know you're going to get a ton of value out of what he has to say. And he's one of the first people I ever talked about feeling the vibrations of the market. And I love his approach to it. He even told me that, listen, he rides the waves, but he has strategies. So much, his strategies are so good. He has a 97% success rate. That's what he teaches. That's how listen. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you. You get to know what he do, learn his strategies. And so I'm going to let him do his whole name, but I'm going to call him Mr. Shifu, but he's going to give us his whole name because it's really beautiful. And maybe he'll go more into about it later, but I want to introduce you guys to Mr. Shifu. Mr. Shifu, how you doing today, sir?
Thank you, Q. Thank you. The
Yes.
name is Shifu Xi Miao Jingshen, which is my given name through official channels from the Shaolin Temple in China as a Shaolin warrior practitioner of 46 years. So
40 shit, yeah. Mm,
yeah, that's how I regulate my humanity and my sanity.
absolutely. And listen, we're probably gonna get more into that for sure. But for right now, I kind of want us let's start off you diving into your world. Like I would love you to tell people what your main focus is these days. If you want to give us a little bit of an origin story about how you got to where you are now, we'd love for you to do that. And then tell us what markets you're operating in, even if that applies. Like, if there's a specific demographic market that you operate in, we would love to know that as well. So, sir, the floor is yours. Please do tell.
Sure. Thank you, Q.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, I got involved in aerospace and IT technology. I was in that space for 25 years plus. And I started commodity trading back in the early 2000s with pork bellies and sugar and corn and all that jazz. And I read a book called You Can Never Lose Trading Commodities.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And the guy that wrote it, I lived in Los Angeles, and the guy that wrote it was out in the Valley. And he wrote that book, and I called him up and said, dude, I got to come talk to you. Like, what you're writing about is monumental. And I never did get to see him because he was breaking up with his girlfriend at that moment. But I read that book from cover to cover, and I was hooked. I was hooked in the market. I was like, I have to figure this out. So I ended up taking a pork belly trade early on, and pork bellies dipped to a historical low, and I was in $11,000 deep. And guess what happened? Pork bellies went down, 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 and then whoosh. But it took a year for them to turn around, and I couldn't hold on, so I lost that 11K. But after it reversed, I was like, oh my God. So I never wanted to have that experience again. So I began to seek out other traders and people in the space who could, bring me into a better understanding, like Robert Kiyosaki, and then other well-known equity traders that I found. So I began to discover how to really ride those waves and understand the deeper meaning of the markets. So I did ride the 2006, 7, and 8 wave, but I was locked in heavy into real estate and got pounded. And but that only made me want more. So years later, I realized I like real estate, but I also want to ride the equity markets because it's a trillions of dollars market. So how do I work both of those to leverage that wave as best as I can? That's all that was in my head, And so through that process, I discovered debt is good, and that you can operate privately and not just publicly. So when I realized that, I never got a real estate license, but I began to trade real estate without a license and just privately. And I was like, oh, this is really great. I really like this. Like, I don't need to operate in that space. And so the last deal that I did in Arizona was through my private banking channel. So I bought and sold that property privately without having to disclose to any government entity the profit amount. Even though it was a short-term sale, it was only like a year and a half. So when I discovered that, I thought, oh my God, you can originate, operate, and terminate privately without any government agency, without any government oversight, without disclosure, and without taxation, completely and legally by Title 26 IRS code. And that whole paradigm.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors. and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Just threw my brain out the window. I was like, this actually works. Like, it's amazing. So when you apply that to real estate, you can hold real estate short term. And I know there's lots of tricks with multiple LLCs and corps and trusts and whatnot. But holding real estate privately is different. So you're not subject to the increase in profits. You literally are not required to file. So you have two things or three things going on. I started to really discover that debt is good. Debt can pay you. Operating privately pays even better. And that you can, if you align yourself with the proper private channels for funding, you can then receive funding at a huge discount and profit from that. So as an example, in the international capital equity markets, I discovered that you can borrow millions of dollars for 1/10 of 1% versus a real estate hard loan is about 25%. So I began to switch over to equity markets as a core model rather than real estate. Even though real estate's done well, I've done much better in the equity markets than the real estate markets. So there's basically, to recoup or recount, there's kind of four strategies that I use. Debt is good. Private banks are great. Private funding can be amazing. And the fourth one is learning to ride the cycle waves in the equity market. So what cycle waves? Is it a daily cycle wave or an hourly cycle wave? I actually ride the 30-second to 5-minute cycle waves in the equity market because it's safer. There's less risk. And so I'll be in and out of the markets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. And when I'm done for the day, I'm done with my risk. Like I'm finished.
Yeah.
Whatever happens overnight or what happens on the weekend does not affect me. So in 2018, I was like, if debt is good, let me go down that path. Let's try something. So I incurred almost $200K in legal, federally recognized debt. And I received that money from Uncle Sam, did not have to pay it back. Legally, it was mine. Technically, it's mine. By law, it was mine. And I never had to pay it back. I kept it. It was a one-way, interest-free, I won't call it a loan because it was essentially a distribution. So I used that distribution to then.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Additionally build my private banking setup. And that private banking is through Title 26 of IRS code, where we've got Everson versus Board of Education, which is a landmark case. We've got multiple other cases. Title 26 U.S. Code, you do not have to be incorporated.
Hmm.
So my private entity is actually an unincorporated entity because when you become incorporated, you're now in the public sphere and under the eye of the watchdog. So whether you got a 501, 503, 508, it doesn't matter. Those are all public entities. But if you read correctly in Title 26, you will read that there is no mandate, no law that requires you to incorporate. You can remain unincorporated. This is a legal null. So you don't have to notify the Secretary of State. You don't
Hmm.
have to file. You are basically applying for complete exemption when you get an EIN, but that EIN is an exempt EIN, and there's a certain way that you have to do it.
Yeah.
So again, you can operate, or you can originate, you can operate, and you can terminate without notification of anybody. It's
Hmm.
under, it's buried in Title 26. Yeah, it's kind of a mind blower, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so you can exist, all of people that do this with me, we exist in a legal null. Now, this has also been recently held up in several cases in US IRS tax court. And in those cases, every time, guess what the judge is forced to say? Now, this is not common law. I'm not talking common law. I'm talking federal IRS law. In all those cases, the judge said, case closed. I have no legal jurisdiction.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I've studied common law. I went to the George Gordon School of Common Law. I spent years there. I've got cases that I tried to push through federal courts and the Supreme Court, and to no avail because
Hmm.
common law, they're trying to kill common law. But IRS code law is current federal law. Now, they may change it at some point. I doubt it,
Yeah.
but it's current law. Okay. So you've got these two things going for you. Then the third is seeking out private funding through the correct channels. And this week, my uh, private funder just announced that they're doing a special just for a week for 0.1% interest per month on up to $6 million.
Hmm.
It's a
Hmm.
mind blower. So
Yeah.
then what my people do is that we take the money and we put it into the equity markets and we trade equity markets. It's never been any easier ever in history that I can think of. It's kind of a mind blower that you can take that much money and use it to work in the markets. Now, how do you work it in the markets is the next question, right? There's a dozen different ways you can do it. I prefer to stay, because of the times that we're in, I prefer to stay very risk adverse
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. Silver just jumped. Today it hit $64,
Hmm.
right on. So I've been waiting for this trade in silver for 15, 17 years.
Uh, wow.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Uh, so um, I have taken some out
Yeah.
because you start scaling out when silver gets too high or gold, you start scaling out. So I'm using the same strategy that I use in the equity markets for
Hmm.
gold and silver right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's so fascinating. I mean, everything that you said, I am finding fascinating. A lot of stuff I did not know about, kind of hearing for the first time. So I definitely thank you for walking us through the journey. let me ask you, what's the next real goal for you? Like, what do you have a next goal in sight, target in sight that you're trying to hit?
Absolutely. Uh, when, in real estate, you'd be looking at 12 months probably, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Then you acquire a place, you're looking to turn it over, refurb it, move into it, Airbnb it,
Yeah.
move it on, or move into it, you know. So to me, real estate is flatlined. I think it's peaked.
Hmm. Hmm.
So at this point in my career, I'm just about 70. So at
Hmm.
this point in my career, I'm out of real estate. I'm completely flat on real estate, but I'm still bullish gold and silver, even though they're peaking. They may go a little bit higher, but they're peaking. However, the equity markets are always available. So my goal in an equity market is simply on a daily basis because every day it makes significant moves that with a $6 million account, you can very easily earn $10,000 per day. That's what my students are doing is
Wow.
about 10K, somewhere between 4 and 13 or 14,000 per day.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
base level, doing $1,000 a day is not difficult.
Mm.
So as an average, if you're loaded up with up to 6 million, then even 10,000 a day is pretty decent. Now, it sounds like a huge amount of money, but in today's market, things have really changed. And so the availability of capital acquisition is off the charts. It's just off the charts. So for real estate, it would be 1 year. And for the equity markets, I wouldn't look ahead more than 1 day at a time because they're that crazy right now. Yeah,
Yeah. Listen, you have given people a ton of knowledge and a ton of resources. Just it's a total kind of mind shift in a way that I'm sure people kind of think about things. So listen, Mr. Shifu, if someone wanted to get in contact with you, wanted to collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they reach out to you, sir?
absolutely. My email would be the best.
Okay.
It's info at kaivalya.trading. That's KAIVALYA dot trading. Info at kaivalya.trading is the easiest way to reach me.
Hmm.
And that's also my website, https whack dot dot whack whack, whatever it is,
Yeah.
kaivalya.trading. Yeah. So on there, I give more information and, how to connect with me. But the times that we're in right now and the opportunity in 2026 has never been more amazing.
Yeah.
It's really, really quite incredible. So
Yeah.
private debt reduction, private funding, private banking is available for everybody. If you have debt or even massive debt, uh, I know how to clear that very quickly. I know how to get people funded very quickly. Oh, and the other thing about funding, there's no credit required.
Wow.
In private funding, the way I do it, your credit score can be not good and you can still get funded. So
Wow. Well, listen, y'all done heard him. Y'all have the value, sir. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your
thank you
story.
so
Thank you
much.
for your time. Thank you for your perspective. Really, really appreciate it. And so, yeah, again, I just appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me on the show. It was wonderful. Nice to meet you and
Uh,
all.
Nice to meet you as well. So, listen, y'all got the value. Make sure you're subscribed because I keep telling you, we're going to continue to bring up incredible people. And today was definitely no different. So, sir, I thank you again. And to
Aloha
everyone else,
from
there
Maui.
it is. From Maui, there it is, y'all. Aloha. We'll see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.